Howdy folks, welcome to Northwest San Saba County. Today we're over right off FM 502, that's a blacktop we're on. We're headed to look at the Woodruff, 316 acres. Absolutely a beautiful ranch. Big oak trees, big hills, big views, lots of deer. I'm going to show it to you and let's take a look at it. Keep in mind it's adjacent to another property we have listed for sale called the Spiral Horns Ranch, which is 460 or so acres. Got lots of improvements on it, but both these ranches are side by side. In fact, they share an entrance here, which is side by side. They don't share the entrance. They just built their entrances the same, right beside each other. Right to the right is the Spiral Horns. You see the house up in the background. No improvements on the Woodruff Ranch, other than the entrance right here. There is rural water. Hang on, we're going to give you a look. Well, here we go. Like I said, the ranch is completely high fenced. There hasn't been any animals brought in. They're all native. You can see here we get some of the views we're talking about. We're on the north side of the ranch, heading back to the south. There's lots of oak trees on this ranch, post oak and live oak. This right here happens to be the post oak order. Good cover throughout the ranch. There's about I'm guessing here, it's about a 40-acre coastal field over in the middle of the ranch. There's two good ponds. We did see an nice big axis buck on the ranch the first day we came out, and lots of deer. So there's two ponds. There's lots of places to build ponds. This is a nice deep draw right here coming down. Probably you do have the blacktop access. So if you ever want to build a home, some great spots here. Tremendous views. You can see here all the cover. We got cat's claw. There's persimmon out here. A lot of dove out here. There was a fire here a few years ago that wiped out a few of the trees. You'll see some of them in the video. But there's plenty others to replace them. Well, hang on, here we go. We're going to completely cover the ranch. You'll get to see it just as we see it. So, there's one of the high points here. It's not the highest point. Over where that deer blind is, one of the highest points. That's where we're headed. The ranch is surrounded by large ranches. The Spiral Horns to the north, Reimer Ranch to the south, and Chapman Ranch, C5, is to our east. We kind of come up on top of the hill. This is just a little cross fence across the ranch. We're heading into the main body of the ranch. There's apparently, somewhere back through the years, the ranch has been, part of it's been overseeded with pine grass. That's what you see here, the tall green grass along the way. Makes some excellent grazing for cattle. And there's some good wildlife value to that also. We're going to start, like I say, we came up on the north side, actually the northeast corner. We're going to head back along the north side back to the west boundary and then work our way back up. We're up on top of the hills here. You notice we've left the post oak and now we've let into the live oak country on top of these hills. Got a great combination. There's some mesquite on the property, a little bit of cedar, but not a lot. This is mostly oak country. Some big hills, nice big draws. If a person wanted to build a bigger pond, there's a couple of good ponds on there, but if you want to build a big one, you got plenty of runoff. This is the coastal field I'm talking about. There's a nice pond down in it. We've had a little rain lately because it's, everything's kind of green. We still haven't had any runoff. It's been years since we had any runoff, so the ponds are pretty low. We haven't caught a whole lot of water. This is the coastal field. Runs over, and then the property, there's some brush on the far side over. We're going to go over and take a look at it. We're back in the post oak country. Up on the hills you got your live oak, and there's a mix. You know, right here in front of me is a live oak, right to the left's post oak. So lots of big trees. I'm seeing a lot of dove. I think that cool front that come in and brought in a lot of dove. We see a lot of Texas croton out here. That's a good food for dove and quail. And we did see a nice covey of quail here the other day, which is really rare. But I think they're kind of making a comeback, hopefully. That's the pond and the coastal field. We're running along the outside edge of the coastal. Coastal field's on your map would be on the northwest corner of the ranch. Okay, here's another pond. We're in the back little pasture trap on the far west end of the ranch. You can see the high fence over here to our right. This is some of the best hunting on the place, and that's my opinion. But if I was hunting on it, I'd say this is some of the best. It's good, thick cover all over. It's a real brushy area up on top. Part of it we can't get to show you. It's just that rough. But we kind of finished up back here. We're going to head back over to the front. Give you a look over there. Okay, we're looking at the west pasture. This is a cross fence right here. We've come back. There's not very few roads over. It's hard to get around. Real thick cover. We'll come back over on this pasture. I think we're talking 3 or 4. We're talking 4 pastures on the ranch. Got cross fences on it. I see big deer right up ahead of us. A bunch of them. Yeah, I see them. They're milling around there in the. I don't know if you got the. They're running around all in those trees. I don't know if you got a look at them or not, but lots of deer are in that group. We're thinking maybe that was a group of axes. Kind of quick, short look, but there's a nice big herd of them. We can see some big horns. I think maybe those are axes. We're coming up on the what would be the southern boundary, which joins the Reimer Ranch, which is also another large ranch. And we're going to head back east down this fence. If you look at it this way. Fixing to cross one of the big draws crossing the ranch. This is the same draw that runs into the pond down in the coastal field. A lot of water crosses this. This is a cross fence. This is going from you got your back pasture. I call this a middle pasture with your coastal field. Actually, there's 5. You take coastal, it's 5 pastures. This pasture to the right, we're going to go through the gate and head back. It goes all the way back to the east side. It joins the Chapmans. It's a good heavy cover on it also, especially up on the top. Okay, we're in now. This would be the southeast corner. See, there's a lot of dove up here. Southeast pasture of the ranch of the 5. We're going to head all the way back to the far east side of the ranch, which joins the Chapman Ranch. Show you what it looks like. Again, lots of oak trees. We're climbing. We're going to climb all the way to the top of those hills ahead of us right before we get to the far east boundary, and there's some more deer. Some whitetail there. We'll get to the east boundary fence, and we'll show you some tremendous views when we get back up there. Okay, I think we're like I say, we're on the southeast pasture of the ranch. We're getting up on some of the high points. I'm going to stop right here and just give you a look around the view. Got view for miles and miles. Okay, we're going to head on over to the far east side and head back and wind this tour up. There's a buck. There's a nice little buck and following a little doe, a little fawn. Hey, we got deer running everywhere, folks. Keep going. Here we go. More deer. We got deer running everywhere this morning. It's a beautiful morning. I know why they like to get out and play. That's why we're out here. It's too much fun out here than it is stuck up in the office. We're getting close to winding this up, but I swear for you, you come ride with us. This 316 acres, you'll swear you're on at least 500 acres. It's huge. You can see for miles. We're headed back, like I said, to the east side, and then we're going to head back to the entrance once we get here. But I'm going to show you some views up here that'll knock your socks off. Okay, we stopped here just a moment, folks. A little hill, we call it Round Mountain, straight ahead of us. That's 3 or 4 miles over there. But we're on the fences right here. We're on the east boundary fence, looking across the Chapman Ranch. You can see for miles. But we're going to take it back to the entrance, wind this tour up. If you like what you see, and give us a call. We'll be glad to give you the full meal deal. Put you on here and ride you around the whole, spend as much time on the ranch as you want to spend. We think by showing you this video, you'll know where you like it or not before you get out here. Therefore, we don't waste your time. We think we're giving you a really good look of the place, so what you see is what you get. So give us a call. Look forward to seeing you down the trail.